We're chasing comedy, working on jokes, working on bits, seeing what sticks, seeing what stinks. We're chasing comedy, politics and current events, cultural shifts and psychological bents, the daily news, your grandpa's views, conspiracy theories, trending Google queries. Either way, it's all okay. We're chasing comedy. So listen up and we'll lay it all out, whether you're seeking wisdom or zoning out. Have your fill, it's all just for the mill, with Brian and Dustin, and we're chasing comedy. We're Brian and Dustin, and we're chasing comedy.
All right. Law says you can't touch, but I see a lot of lawbreakers in here tonight. I like tuna fish salad. You want to check out my tuna? Have you seen that? The videos of like Matthew McConaughey making tuna salad? I don't know. I've watched way more TikTok than you guys.
Oh my God. No, I've not seen any of those.
Matthew McConaughey making like this amazing chicken tuna salad, and it's like all over the internet.
Hilarious.
It's the most popular thing. It's the shooter that shot the guy, the insurance guy, and then it's the second one is Matthew McConaughey making tuna fish.
Oh, that's great. That's fantastic.
That's the world.
I gotta see that. All right,
Yeah,
that's our
amazing.
world.
It's a pretty amazing salad, to be honest with you. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to get after it. Because I think the key is like not just mayonnaise, but also that wasabi. What's that stuff you put on the sushi, the green stuff?
Wasabi?
Yeah, is that the green stuff on sushi? I don't eat a lot of sushi, so
Yeah, I think that's
wasabi.
Yeah,
you put a little mayonnaise and you put that on there because that goes with the fish, obviously, and it's
right.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. Check it out.
There you go. There you go.
Now we get 15 seconds of your life. You'll like it.
On this podcast, we look at the tips people are learning. They're picking up. It's not just comedy. Okay, this is areas.
I think that was a bit I wanted to work on. I wanted to do a bit actually. It called Clip Smart, because that's what we are now. Like we can't do basic math, but I know that crows hold a grudge for 12 years. You know what I mean? Like there's things that you just learn off of the internet.
Wait. I didn't know that. Yeah. Crows keep a grudge for 10 years.
You haven't heard that? Have you heard that, Adam?
No.
Like you haven't heard that?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah, look it up. I want to see a thing on it. Like, but that's the thing, like random weird things. I think that could be a funny bit where it's like we become clip smart, where it's
right.
like we don't know how to spell basic words or do basic math or like write a sentence.
Okay, so it's clip smart, meaning that you watch a clip of something.
Yeah,
right?
like TikTok smart or
Yeah, I say
smart.
clip smart didn't register with me, but like web smart or TikTok smart is funnier.
Yeah,
I think that's funny. Like the idea of that. Yeah, I'm TikTok smart because I watched some videos.
TikTok might be fading out, but I guess TikTok's still hot, right?
No, for right now you're good.
It is. Yeah. No, it's not like Vine smart. It's going to go out and like.
It might, but it might. Yeah.
So I guess TikTok smart, Clip smart, Instagram part. Okay, I guess the Clip thing.
Yeah.
I like the Clip thing. But it probably doesn't register.
But I like TikTok smart because it's a funny word. Crows hold grudges for up to 17 years.
17 years. That's what I'm saying. That's something you learn on the internet.
Wait a second. First of all, how do they know that?
It's the smartest species, by the way. One of the smartest animals of all time is the crow.
Really?
Yes. The crow. You need to go down a rabbit hole of crow videos.
Oh,
and you
my
will
God.
see crows playing, legitimate TikTok, not like that chicken TikTok, tic-tac-toe, but tic-tac-toe, that's it. Playing legitimate tic-tac-toe where they win, they like beat the human, like with strategy. Yes. And they know shapes, they know colors, they're very smart,
They watch revenge porn. They make revenge porn. They're holding grudges. They make revenge porn.
I'm a fan of the crow. I mean, crows I'm a little scared of the crow as well. I don't like to mess with crows. Well, the grudge thing too. It's like, I remember when during the pandemic, Lee and I, we were in Queens and we basically, our window was facing like a courtyard of other apartments. So it wasn't much of a, backyard situation. But we wanted to get out, so we bought these little chairs, and then we would just sit on the fire escape in the back. And then there was a crow out there that wasn't having it. I guess we were too close to, the nest or something. But they this bird just ran us off the thing, and it was just like I don't know.
Okay, so all right. So I got a question about this. So then why are these birds easily frightened away by a guy in a straw suit? Like sitting in a field, like okay, if they're that bright, you can beat them in chess, okay, but you stick, what is it? You stick Ray Bolger in a field. You stick Ray Bolger in a field with some hay in his head, and they run screaming. Is that what you're saying to me? Right? Because
no, I'm not saying they have the best
can't be that bright.
Hear me out. I'm not saying they have the best eyesight.
Okay,
because that's the point of the scarecrow is the scarecrow.
Look at this guy; he's got pretty good spatial relations.
That's what I'm saying.
You're telling he couldn't pick the
Wizard.
He's
nearsighted. I don't think he's good from far distances, but he sees well up close. Like me, I have to wear glasses when I drive, but I don't need them when I read. And I think that's probably what the bird situation is, where it's like, you're a crow, you try to come in and get some corn, and then all you see is the shape of a dude, and you're like, oh, okay, you're not up on it. I guarantee you, when that crow is up on that scarecrow, it knows it's fake. It's just, it's all about like coming in and seeing it, be like, oh, okay, there's a dude, and that, and that's anybody. That happens to me all the time. I have my jacket in the corner. I think it's a dude. You know what I mean? I think somebody broke into my house. I always think somebody's about to strangle you because you always have your jacket over your chair.
You should have a watch crow. You need a watch crow in your apartment, right?
I'm like, there's a dude behind you. Oh, it's your jacket.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I think that's what it is with I'm defending the crow intelligence, and I think that's what it is.
Well, that's right. Well, then again, the Ray Bolger character was the one that needed a brain. So he's working with crows. I don't know. You can make all the connections you want with the scarecrow character, but did he need the brain? Yeah, he's hanging around with
scarecrow. The scarecrow needed the brain, not the crow.
I know. No, I understand that, but I'm saying that maybe I don't know. It's not working. I don't know why he needed a brain. Maybe the crows were outsmarting him.
No, you need a brain because it's like you stuff it with hay. It's no human in it. That's why I needed a brain.
I think the important thing here is that it was a fantasy movie. I think we're taking this way too seriously here. Okay,
well, but anyway, we're comedians, so we're taking something too seriously. Then there's a problem.
Okay, so you're saying that crow is basically.
No, the lion was a lion, but he didn't have a heart, right? We're going down this road. This could be an interesting bit. It's something you could do. Courage.
Tin Man needed the heart.
Oh, Tin Man needed the heart. And the lion needed the courage.
And
then the scarecrow needed a brain. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That was Danny Kaye, right?
What's that?
The Danny Kaye? Is that who played the Scarecrow?
No, Danny Kaye was not in Wizard of Oz. The Scarecrow is Ray Bolger.
He should have been. He looks like him right there. That totally looks like Danny Kaye.
Look, the Scarecrow is looking at that guy going, this guy is a moron, right? Yeah.
But it took a while. He had to fly down there and really investigate before he would sit on the thing.
See, I did not know this. This was all news to me about the crow being smart and everything else.
Well, that's an interesting thing because there's other animals that get the intelligence credit. Obviously the chimpanzee. Because you got them doing all kinds of human-esque stuff. So the chimpanzee is probably going to be the one. But dolphins get, really smart, but they're stuck in the water. So they're kind of limited. You know what I mean? There's only so much a dolphin can really it's so much intelligence you can show. Yeah. Cause you're in the water, you're swimming in a circle. You can do a flip. You can do that, whatever noise they make, but that's it. You can't, So
what
whereas
you're saying
mammals can interact more. Right. They can put on clothes and, go to the grocery store and,
so you're saying, I think one of the things about being a dolphin, you throw a laptop in the ocean by the time that a dolphin gets to it to be able to demonstrate his intelligence, it's already been corroded by the seawater.
There you are. Yeah. Unless it's Adele, those things last forever.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. the smartest animal, but you're making a salient point here because you get the smartest animal on the planet is like the dolphin. but he's sitting, but he's
I
in
don't
water
think-
all the time.
No, I'm not
One
finished.
of the most important.
I'm not
Intelligent. Okay,
finished.
one of
I'm not finished.
top 3. Okay,
I'm not finished. Well,
Yeah.
we'll see what the top 3 is, and we're finished here. Another very smart animal would be the elephant. And the elephant having problems is because, it's so big. It's like every time it's, it crushes the computer. I mean, but they're smart. They hold grudges. They remember stuff. They get sad. Like there's a lot of human emotions an elephant has.
Right.
Instinctually. So
And
very smart animal.
They're very smart, but they didn't make it into the Wizard of Oz because you wouldn't have a scare elephant. It's a scarecrow because the scarecrows are less threatening. You didn't want to have Ray Bolger ripped apart by a herd of elephants, is what you're saying.
Well, I would have rather seen that though than those flying monkeys. I'm not gonna lie.
That's true. There were flying monkeys.
Yeah,
and maybe that's why the scarecrow had a problem because the crows had abandoned it because they were flying. They were replaced in the job market by the flying monkeys, so they left Oz. I don't know. I'm just trying to make some connections.
No, I like where your head's at. I've just stuck on smart animals. So, and I'm gonna go dog. Dog's got to be top 5. I mean, especially like certain breeds, obviously, like one of those Australian Shepherd things. Those things are amazing. Like they're
Border Collie.
Border Collie. Those things are so smart.
Amazing.
It's
amazing.
They just dog. I got a dog that's pretty smart. Like she's like, does a double handshake, does a twist around, walks on her hind legs, and then my other dog eats pins. But the first dog is really smart.
So it's species dependent. It's species dependent.
We got 2 dogs, and one is like, is a little rough, and the other one is like, I mean, could you go to college? Like, how smart are you? Are you a crow? What's happening? Yeah, it's pretty impressive. But the second one, not so much, because we got her a dog. We got the smart dog a dog. So it's basically her dog. Like we feed it and whatever, but it's companionship for the dog. Like we're not we wanted a dog. I didn't want a second dog, but I want my dog not to be lonely. So.
Wait, so you got him a dumb dog to make him feel better about himself?
Yeah, come on. So you've been down the road. Come on, we've had dumb girlfriends and stuff. You know how that is. That's a good time.
It's
true. It's like
That's
you don't
true.
have to. It's the smart ones that bust your balls. We got a couple of smart girls now. Wow, that's a lot of work.
Oh God, knock that off. Oy. Oh,
that's a full-time job. But a dumb girl,
a dog.
Come on, that's a good time.
Give me a smart dog over a smart girlfriend.
Yeah, it's a tough call. But so I think the dogs will make in there. And then cats are like, I mean, I feel like every 5th cat is kind of smart, but it's like that's a pretty big gap between cats. Because I've had cats, and then here's the deal.
What does that even mean? Every 5th cat? What kind of math is that?
Cat is kind of smart. Like, and here's the deal. This is how bad cats are. The only time someone says something positive about a cat.
Yeah,
it's because it's acting like a dog. That's when it's a kind of a second class species. True. Because it's only like when somebody goes, I got a great cat, and they're like, yeah, it acts like a dog. It comes to me, it fetches. That's the only time a cat is really. Otherwise, it's just like a roommate that hates you. That's what a cat.
All right, but wait. All right, but bit alert. Here you go. We got a bit here. You got a cat. Because the cat thing. That's a really astute observation. A cat is only as smart as the dumbest dog, meaning that we judge them through the lens of what a dog does, and that's a really good idea for something. Yeah, because you don't judge him by he's really smart. Look, he can fetch. He'll hand me his paw. Yeah, it's like all of these things that dogs have mastered for generations. Okay. Yeah. And the cat is getting lots of street cred simply because he's just mimicking what the dog is doing. And the cats couldn't care less, right?
No.
Cats have no interest. They're probably really smart. They just don't give a rat's ass.
Well, okay. I'm kind of an animal buff. And so I will say this, Russian cats smarter than American cats, because that's where all the the cat circuses come from.
Oh, right.
Like like the Branson, the cat circus and something you might see in Vegas on a matinee. Yes. All Russian cats. So I feel like the Russians kind of got their cat game down, whereas Americans, we don't care. There's stray cats everywhere. We don't know how to raise cats, but the Russians.
So they got the smartest cats in the world are in Russia.
Yeah, they got them on steroids. The whole thing. They're like competitive athletes, you know.
You're saying they should send the cats to the Ukraine. They'd roam
Just saying,
finally.
Brian, our cats are doing too much catnip. That's what I'm saying. They're not focused.
They're stoner cats. We just got all the stoner cats, and they got
stoner cats. We got hopped up on catnip.
Yeah, they got the Stephen Hawking cats over there, and we got the deadbeat. You know what I mean? We got the two guys from.
They're following fish around the country. Get it, fish, because they love fish and the band. That stoners like. Come on, that's how comedy's done.
Oh, that's funny. That's bang. And what are the guys from that Clerks movie? Those are the cats we have. The two guys from Clerks,
Silent Bob and whatever his name.
Yeah,
is.
Silent Bob. Jay and Silent Bob. That's our cats.
Meanwhile,
the other cats are. Yeah.
What are the odds of that? As someone from Jersey knowing that,
right away. Adam didn't even flinch. There wasn't even any.
Adam is like a New Jersey historian. Like anything Springsteen, anything Jersey, like this, he is on it. We got to get
name three South. Hey, Adam, name quickly without thinking. 3 Southside Johnny and the Asbury Juke songs.
Oh wow.
Springsteen's
Come on,
easy.
Adam. Come on,
Springsteen's easy.
Come on, Adam. You got it.
Yeah, there was that one album we listened to too.
It's all right. Take your time. We'll edit this down where it looks like you did it in a proper fashion. Adam's kind of like a stoner cat too, so he needs a lot of prep for these kind of situations. You can't just throw it at him. He might have had an edible.
How about one, Adam? One. Okay. One song. One Southside Johnny and the Asbury Juke song.
For the love of God, just Google it. Jesus. I could. I
got two.
Never got into Southside Johnny.
See, you're too old, Brian. He's like younger than us. He just
I understand that. It's just a Jersey thing. I was just trying to look for something, you know.
Well, I mean, just Springsteen's pretty solid. You don't need to go around that. But I know,
but anybody can name 3. Yeah,
I don't think anybody can. I don't love Springsteen, so I
the Fever, written by Springsteen and Trapped Again, which I think Springsteen also wrote.
Gotcha.
That's two. Okay.
He's speaking your language, Adam. Come on, get in this.
When I get home from my job, I'll turn on the radio.
Adam's 19. He doesn't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Adam is deceptively old. Okay.
Well, he's got an old soul for sure, but he's
definitely an old soul. That's what I mean. Deceptively old.
Yeah, that's what that means. That is exactly what that means.
He's Googling right now.
Yeah, I can't even remember which Southside Johnny album.
Yeah,
we even
covered.
Right.
Okay. This is coming to a halt. Springsteen goes Springsteen goes to a halt.
Yeah, here comes the show screeches to a halt as we try to stump Adam Holtz with Jersey trivia.
That didn't work.
I thought because he came in with Jay and Silent Bob, I thought I'd throw him a really tough one.
It was my fault. Made him appear to be more confident in his Jersey knowledge, and you threw him for a loop, and he did the best he could. That's okay.
Give me a different Jersey band.
Give him another. Now he's pissed. Give him another. You got to give him another Jersey question and see if he gets it.
Whatchamacallit? The Smithereens.
Oh, there we go.
Smithereens.
You better know one of these.
Mm-hmm.
What was the album? It was
What is that song? Oh my gosh.
Blood and Roses.
Oh my god.
Blood and Roses.
That's a Jersey band, Smithereens. Wow. I saw the Smithereens. They're great. In like Dallas Stadium. With
all right, the Smithereens.
Smithereens. Girl something. Girl think of you. I don't know. What is the song? This is
Behind the Wall of Sleep.
That's the song or the album?
That's the album was I can't remember. The album was Blood and I think they had a self-titled album.
Was 11, I think was
all right. Lovin'.
Oh, I forgot you had a whole bunch of Christmas albums too.
Yeah. What's that famous one? The big one for them.
There was a song.
The big one. They have one big one, and then they have some.
Behind the Wall of Sleep.
Okay.
What is it?
A Girl Like You.
Girl Like You. That's the big one.
Yeah.
That's their biggest hit.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Well, there's a reason that I stopped doing a music show because people don't care. So
Obviously proven by this latest salvo and this.
I did a podcast yesterday, and then the host like looked at all my Dustin's vinyl stuff, and I was like, we're not really doing that anymore. But he really liked it. And then I'm like, I guess people do. One guy liked it. I said, you're the one fan.
Awesome.
Well, that's good.
So now we got another podcast. We're writing jokes, baby.
Yeah. All right.
What do you got?
So what do we got?
Hold
on.
What do you got? I feel like I have a good cat bit, which I always want.
Yeah, you got a possible
I need
cat
good,
bit.
clean animal material. It's really an angle that I'm excited about at all times.
Okay. Anyway. Here's one. This drives me crazy. This one drove me crazy. Okay, and tell me if I brought it up before about the Surgeon General.
No, I don't think so. This is a big day. Okay. Big day for us.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Here we go. Here we go.
All right. I love this joke.
Okay.
I love this joke. No, I love the premise of this joke. The punchline, which when I wrote it, I thought, oh, my God, I got something here. And I've done this so many times, and it gets absolutely nothing. Not that it's that funny, but the observation, I think, is really great. And the point is, everyone is shocked that people didn't want to get vaccinated. Okay. Everyone's doing jokes about morons that don't want to get vaccinated and all. I hate doing the same thing. I hate people doing the same premise. So I went the other way and I said, this is nothing new. Okay. This is nothing new in America. What is this? Because the internet has taken away all institutional memory from the historical legacy of America or the world. Okay. People are like, oh, Lord, I do declare, I've never heard of such a thing. These people, these ruffians and scalawags and the hooligans not getting vaccinated. Since when do people not listen to the Surgeon General? No, it was people always listen to the Surgeon General. Oh, really? People are still smoking cigarettes. Okay.
All right. I love this bit. I've heard this one.
Okay. I love this but that joke, I thought they would start laughing on. People are still smoking, but I think they're thinking that that's vaping or pot, and they're not even thinking of cigarettes.
Well,
and they're not even making the connection. They're not even making the connection.
I also think they're still smoking, so it's not funny to them. They're just like, and.
Well, no, but I mean, okay, maybe that's the problem. I mean, I thought that was so funny because back in the day where we grew up, it was you're a smoker, you're smoking, you're going outside to smoke, you're a smoker, you're smoking. People are still smoking. That means they're smoking cigarettes, but I don't think they make that connection that it's cigarettes that I'm talking about. So people just go, what's the big deal about smoking? Like smoking cigarettes.
You could just say cigarettes, sure.
So I changed it to people still smoking cigarettes, and still people are like, yeah, and I'm like, no, the Surgeon General, and then I had to do all this explaining where I go, I think the Surgeon General has made his point clear on this one. He's been writing little notes on the packs that for 5 decades, telling people they're going to die in 6 months if they use this product, and 30 million Americans are still reading that going, it's fake news. I'm not buying it. Okay. Now that gets a laugh. That's the first line that gets a laugh, but there's so much verbiage. Yeah. And I love the idea that 30 million Americans are still smoking cigarettes, and the Surgeon General, the Surgeon General's been harping on this for 5 decades, and we can't get those people to stop. That's the whole premise. I love the premise of that.
Okay, well, Well, let me jump in here. I think, first of all, I think you're going to have a hard time because people are so sick of hearing words like vaccine. And so you're just going to have a hard time with that. Right. People are just so exhausted from it. But I do think the idea that this guy's still around and you could say it like he had a rough couple of years trying to convince people to, take those vaccines.
What are you talking about? The Surgeon General?
Yeah. This the bit, the Surgeon General?
Yeah, no, I know that, but I'm not.
Let me finish. Can I finish?
Okay. Okay, sorry.
You never let me finish. Were we married? Are we married? All right. So, so I think that's like, I'm just saying it's like if you set it up where it's just like, we still have a surgeon general, which I think is funny. And then also there's something funny about just, the fact that he's appointed as a general, which is pretty funny. He's he's a military title and to the health of America. Like there's something there too, where it's just like he's
right.
This he is the what makes him a general? Why can't it just be a doctor? You know what I mean? Like I don't even understand that. Like how is this, there's something there too with this whole like he's appointed doctor and but he's yet a general, like he's like Patton or something. There's just something funny about like this this military approach to fighting the health in America, which is a lost cause. Because we still have smokers, and then we still have this, and he's been writing notes on the thing. Like, do it like that might be a kind of a way to do it, where it's just like you give a little explanation of what the general is, and the fact that we still have one, and nobody cares. Talk about a disrespected general. I mean, this guy is like Gaddafi or something. Like something funny. I don't know. Yeah. Just something about like this guy keeps telling us, all these things, and we're just like, don't take him serious at all.
Right. Okay. That what you're suggesting is an adjunct. I think that's an interesting take. Like I feel like it's an adjunct to the joke that I'm trying to make, or the point I'm trying to make, which is still, I guess people don't know who the Surgeon General. This is the problem. What I'm trying to figure out is why the joke doesn't work, and it's not because people. I don't think it's because people are sick of the vaccination thing. I don't think it's that. It could be. You could be right. But I think it's more something technical that I'm not seeing, which is I don't think that they understand the whole point about cigarette smoke.
Well, when I hear you do the bit, all I hear, and I mean this in a positive way, all I hear is a non-smoker commenting on smoking. Yeah. And so, but as a non-smoker, and so I think that's where the but a lot of people aren't non-smokers. Is what I'm saying, is especially in a bar.
But I know. But my point, what I'm trying to get to is the fact that people say people used to listen. The whole joke is everyone used to listen to the Surgeon General.
When did they listen to him? Maybe we need an example of when they listened to him. Was it polio? Like when was it? When did they listen to him?
But
that's the whole. There's a joke there. When they listened to him, they haven't listened to him since we had radio shows or something.
That's the joke that they had. They don't listen to. They've never listened to the Surgeon General. There's always been a contingent of healthcare rebellion in America. People don't want to go to McDonald's. The whole point is that we've never listened to the Surgeon General. We have McDonald's everywhere. People are freaking obese in this country.
They're eating McDonald's. They're smoking.
Yes, food. People have this is so people making rebellious healthcare choices is not a news headline. And everyone acted like it was during COVID, that people, oh my God, I can't believe everyone is not in lockstep about this. And it's like, since when is America ever in lockstep about anything? And when it comes to health, it's never been the case. Well, but everyone acted like it was.
Well, maybe you could tie in this murder thing, with like, with the, the insurance guy or whatever. Cause it's like, cause if people are all like, well, it's like the healthcare industry is just so bad. Like people, we can't.
Okay, that's another great thread. That's another great thread.
It's like Big Mac. Eating nuggets and smoking cigarettes, talking about how bad the health industry is, the healthcare industry. But that's what it is. That's part of it. That's a fun tag to kind of put in there.
Okay, that's another interesting thread. All right, so then let me say this. This is weird to do this because I know this is what we do here on the pod, as they say. But the one joke that always got a laugh, the one about that I just told you, but the second one, which probably I should bump up to the first spot, which is, oh lordy, when did people stop listening to the voices of higher authority? Okay, and the punchline is, of course, oh, I don't know, the Garden of Eden. Okay, the joke. Okay, and that always gets a big laugh, right? Like, and so I've always saved that as like to later in the joke, but maybe I bumped that up instead of smoker. 20 million Americans are still 30 million Americans are still smoking. Maybe that should be the opening line, that rebellion is built into the human condition.
Oh, well, that's a beautiful, like, reference. The Adam and Eve thing is perfect, because it's like that's like the first, like, hey, don't do this, it's bad for you, and then the first thing they do is do it.
Exactly. Thank you. That's okay. So you just convinced me that I've got to let go of what I wanted to do.
That's how far it goes back.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. That's the point. It's like, I can't believe it. People. Well, since when does people? And I had to phrase it in such a way that it hid the punchline. Like,
that's an interesting take on the fact that you're doing this, like, Gone with the Wind thing is interesting. It's. I mean, I think people get locked into those fun voices, so I'm sure that is what it highlights the bit, so it makes it fun for people to listen to. I would also want to hear it straight as well, just to see like you just ranting without all that, and just see where it would go.
Well, I usually set it up. That's a good point. It could be deflecting or distracting from the piece itself and the point I'm trying to make, because that's a very good point. I didn't think of that, but like you're going, oh, okay, because I usually set it up much with a way more obvious. I just basically go, what is this over the top reaction that people are having towards some people aren't taking the vaccine? Really? Oh, Lord, I can't believe these ruffians and scalawags all not taking the vaccine. I don't understand this. Odds, bodkins, and copper pots. What's happened to this nation? We're falling apart at the seams, I tell you. And then it's like, and then it goes, and then it goes, I don't understand. When did people stop listening to the voices of higher authority? Oh, I don't know, the Garden of Eden. Okay, bingo. That build up. That I think that it's so funny, because that's what I love. That's what I love about working with you. And that, like, you go, okay, you're gonna like punch me in the face and go, just take the victory, Brian. Right? Like
the victory. And then sometimes you just need to say it in front of another person, and then you work it out yourself. That's like, it's like therapy,
I'm mad. I'm kind of I know exactly. I'm kind of mad because I've been this bit has never made it to the big leagues of my act. I sprinkle it in once in a while, and
you're hard on yourself. You're a bit of an overthinker, and so it's like when you in this atmosphere, it allows you to kind of step back and see it a little better and clear.
No, but that's really funny, because I the whole time, that joke's always worked, but I wanted the other one to work, and I wouldn't commit to that one. And it was like a girl that I want the girl that got away, or I don't want the girl that wants me. It's like no, that bit is like, and so I think you're right. I think I gotta say bye to the whole smoking thing. And I can bring that back, later. It's like 30 million Americans.
You could throw it in there if they're into it. You could even throw it at the end and just be like, and then be like, and we're still smoking, and then just
exactly, and we're still smoking cigarettes.
Yeah,
I can't believe people are
at the end. Yeah.
People are not caring about their health. What is that, a McDonald's over there? I can't believe, and a Wendy's
smoking menthols going.
I'm
glad they shot that guy, because this healthcare thing is crazy.
Say it again. What was that last part?
No, I'm glad he shot that guy, because this the healthcare system.
The people aren't taking care of that. Do you have an extra Marlboro on you? What are people smoking these days? What cigarettes is anyone smoking? Because I don't even know. Marlboro.
I think Camel's a funny word.
Camel, is that really a cigarette brand still? Newport. Give me a anybody got a Newport light on them?
Newport's a funny word. Camel, I mean, they still sell them. I don't know if people smoke it. I mean, it was, what was the one everybody used to smoke? The Parliaments was a big one.
Yeah,
when
Parliaments.
When I was a smoker and a drinker, it was like Parliaments. That was the thing.
Yeah, I had this. You just reminded me. I used to have this great joke about in a casino. It's like seeing. What did I used to call it? Something like it's a museum of bad choices. Like it's a tableau. If you go to a casino, you see a guy sitting at a slot machine with a drink in a tray, a cigarette, and one hit, smoking out of a hole in his neck or something, something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, and that there, ladies and gentlemen, that there's America.
Yeah.
Like, you're allowed to do whatever the hell you want. There's financial ruin in there. You're ruining your lungs, your alcohol, your liver. You're destroying your liver, your bank account, your liver, your liver, your lungs, and your bank account in one fell swoop, and your teeth or whatever, something like that.
Your teeth, your lungs,
your savings account, and the second mortgage on the house there. That because you know what that is, ladies and gentlemen, that's America right there.
Yeah, I mean, it's always, is the cigarette in the throat is such a tough one to the visual, the even the verbal visual of it. You're just like, ugh.
Yeah. And he's in a wheelchair. Okay, that was it.
And he's in a wheelchair.
A guy in a wheelchair. He's sitting at a slot machine in a wheelchair with a drink in one hand, and I cheated because I go, I want him holding two different things while he's sitting at a thing. So, but he's not, with a drink in one hand, a cigarette in the other, smoking out of a hole in his neck. Okay, through a hole in his neck, and that was that was 5 things that it was always killed. It was and that there, ladies and gentlemen, that's America.
Yeah, that's everything we want.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. So that's good.
Yeah, no, I mean, it is interesting. The casinos, they're like these relics of just, choices.
It's
it's like a time machine too. Like, they always feel like they feel like it's 1992 or something. And you're like, what are you doing?
Right. Well, no, that's funny that you, once again, we're on the same page because I did say that. I said, see the way people used to live.
Yeah.
It's like it's like they're preserved in amber. You see these people still living,
you set it up like a museum of natural history. That could be fun. Too.
Yeah. It's a museum of bad choices. It's see the way people used to live, cigarettes, liquor, absolute, probably STDs on the carpet. Yeah. Who knows?
Who knows?
All right. You got more, or you got something else, or you got? You want me to? I'll do another one if you.
Yeah. See how you are. You get greedy. I know how it is. If I don't jump in here, you'll just like.
No.
You'll just keep going. You'll keep going. I know how it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of want to do more native stuff. Somebody asked, how'd you celebrate your Thanksgiving? And I said, well, I'm native, part Native American. So I just rolled down my window and yelled at white people to go back to Europe. There's something about being like a like a Walmart parking lot, just yelling at white people to go back to Europe. There's something funny about like the idea of just because there's such a thing of just like, I think we might have covered this too, but just going back to your own country, is such a thing now. And so when someone's truly American and they say it, because we did that great joke, like I'm so American that I'm like the wrapped in a flag and a bald eagle and like, so that I've tried that.
Did that work?
It does. It's just, I'm trying to just kind of, write stuff that I can kind of use more regularly because I'm doing a lot of this clean stuff and I can't, it's hard to get these great bits sometimes or great ideas. Because I was in Nashville last night and it was like, I always struggle in Nashville a little bit because I feel like it's such a, I'll kind of throw out that I'm Texan or something and I'll kind of like get into it. But it's like there's such a pride that you have to like break through on a Nashville crowd, man, like a Tennessee crowd. And it's just like they just really
their pride.
Their back is up. They all are like, they know kind of like you mentioned the word California. And I did a thing. I said I live in California. And then a couple of people are like, I said, hey, but listen, I'll out redneck anybody in this room. As I was born in a Texas trailer park, I've ridden a horse. I took my cousin to prom, that kind of thing. And there was just like, and it got a pretty good laugh. But it's just,
I think I was sorry, I interrupted.
No, go ahead. That's fine.
No, but I think there's I sense like a kind of barrier to where you would really be able to go to a great place with that, like with those people, because I think that's a kind of thing keeping you from connecting with them. Maybe, I don't know, whereby you're like, don't hit them with California first because then you dig the hole. You hit them with I'm from Texas. You hit them Texas first because they're not going to object to you then, and you win them over. and then you say California, and then they're going to go boo, exactly, but they're not going to boo you. They're going to boo
have, like,
California.
You like a
So
reason.
if you backwards engineer that, you win them over first, and then you go, now I live in California. Then they love you because they're going to join with you, and you can say and picture me in California. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I grew up in a trailer park. There's people wish they had a trailer park because they're all homeless or something. They're like, I don't know, whatever. So, there's so many homeless over there that I used to live in a trailer park, and I feel like I'm Elon Musk out there, there's something funny about, because you think of California, you think of elite snobbery, but man, there's homeless people everywhere. And I think you lean into that there's poor. Those people are fucking poor. Okay? You don't think of homeless people as poor. You think of them as vagrants and everything else. But I think there might be some lever that you can use to use that in a way that it's advantageous to you. If you switch it, if you flip it, you win them over with Texas. Then you go, I live in California now. Who wants to come with me? Right? No takers.
Well, the bit I've been trying to work on too, where it's just kind of like. I've kind of like this liberal kind of Texan mentality where it's just kind of like a right left kind of angle on who I am as a person, where it's just like I feel like I have a Texan on one shoulder and I have like a Californian on the other, where it's just kind of like I'm like, I feel like we should be more, kind of socially responsible and be kind to others and think about the climate. And then the other side of me is like, shut up, sissy, get in the truck, that kind of thing where it's like a back and forth. I really want this back and forth where it's like a Texan and then a Californian. And it's like I want to do a melody of like boom, 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 boom of like Texas stuff and then California stuff.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's something I've been trying to like.
So you have to start. You have to start with the California, make it clear the distinction. Okay. And I know you're not a voice guy, but you have to make that character distinctive.
A little voice. Yeah, I could do that. I could try like a little surfery or a little like a pretentious or whatever a voice. It's like,
I would hit that out
even
of
if it's gay. Even if it's gay.
Exactly.
Make
it nerdy. Make it nerdy bureaucrat guy, granola guy. We need to take care of the
environment. I don't want to sound like you though.
Yeah, No, we need to be good to like Mother Earth, and do this. Mother Earth, I'll put her in my goddamn truck. I mean, Mother Earth is funny. Use Mother Earth and then do something.
Oh, that is funny. Yeah. No, I love that. I love the Mother Earth thing. That's really funny.
Yeah. We've got to be better to Mother Earth, and it's like
better to Mother Earth.
Yeah, and then
I need Mother Earth to stay in the kitchen and cook me some food.
Yeah, something like that. You know what? You tell Mother Earth to get in here and fix me some grub. Right. There's something like that.
We're trying to be all feminist and take care of the country. That there be a woman like a woman should be, and like that's
right, like a breeder. Mother Earth's a good breeder. But you got to tell Mother Earth to stay in her lane, stay in her place.
I love it.
Yeah, we got to get her to stay in her place. Yeah, but sometimes Mother Earth get a little uppity. Mother Earth's getting a little uppity and and you got to smack them upside the heads once in a while and let them know who's running things around here.
I don't know if I want to go down that road, but
yeah, you know what I mean. I'm not that, but we're just riffing.
No, I love that. Well, Mother Earth is perfect. Once again, you come up with like one word that really changes it. But
Mother Earth will.
Mother Earth is perfect, and it's like because that's funnier than getting the truck and all that. Because that was something that I tried to do. When I was dirty with it, I'd be like, "Shut up, get in the truck" or something. But now it's like I try to be clean, so I'm like sissy, which I hate that word sissy, but it's the clean version. Of it. But you try to like, sorry,
Blows,
Adam,
sissy sucks.
I got to bleep that. Sorry, but I try so hard.
Yeah.
But
it's funny. You ever see L.A. Confidential? It's with the one thing. L.A. comes with a great movie. There's one thing that's weird in it. There's two things that are weird in it. First of all, it's L.A. cops and no L.A. cops during that whatever time period it was, whatever whatever it was was like the 50s. What was it? The 50s or what was it? Was it 60s? What? I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, 60s.
But he uses the word sissy in this interrogation scene, which is like so anachronistic. You go, and you don't want to say or something like that, obviously, like so they just put the word sissy and you're like, what the hell, what, why? And they just didn't want to get in trouble or anything, but it's like no one back then would have used that word. They would have gone right in on a homo
my favorite,
thing.
when I first tried to like soften the joke, I said, listen to this, Nancy boy. I mean, talk about going back.
Oh yeah, Nancy boy. Yeah. Like what
I mean,
the things,
1954 right there.
Yeah.
I might as well be a T-bird.
Yeah, that's like, wow, Nancy boy. Yeah,
go
that's
Grease
great.
Lightning, go Grease Lightning.
Yeah. There's a Nancy boy thing, right? Or we got that thing for you.
Okay, go ahead. I got you.
What do I got? Hold on, clever kill.
You
got. Okay, I opened for this is. Did I ever do the Robin Williams bit? I followed Robin Williams twice.
A few times, yeah. At least 9 times we've done this,
and it still hasn't worked. I still can't get it to work. So that
I
one's
think
off.
it's because it's like it's such a kind of real thing that's like I don't know. First of all, I think just even the name Robin Williams depresses everyone in the room. My birthday is the day he died. And so even now on my birthday, I think of Robin Williams dying, which is pretty rough. And so I think it's a kind of a, you know what I mean? Like it's a guy that really brings down a room because we loved him so much. And so,
okay, well, I disagree with you on this one, but
you don't have to agree with it. I'm telling you how I feel when I hear Robin Williams. I think it's like it sucks, that he died.
But there's nothing about it. What I do is I just mention his name and then I pivot to the fact that I had to follow him, and I usually use it after a joke is just bombed or something doesn't work. I go, folks, you can't hurt me. One time, gotta tell you that nothing that happens here tonight will ever affect me because I had to follow Robin Williams twice at the Comedy Cellar in New York, and so that the whole thing. I remember talking about this.
Adam has a video coming out that is the joke that you did. He's got one coming out.
Robin Williams one.
Good.
Yeah, he has the Robin Williams one coming out. So we have that one. It's coming out.
Maybe I don't remember. Maybe we fixed it and I don't remember.
Well, we did. We definitely went on it for like 20 , but it was like
never mind, man.
I think the angle is just I guess we'll play it. They play him maybe listen to the episode and then maybe
I gotta listen to I gotta go.
I wasn't saying. I think it's great. I'm just trying to think of a reason why it would not work, because it's an interesting story. There's very few comedians that are having some sort of story like this.
You know what it is? It's I don't think the problem is just basically one of jokes and funny things that you say, because like perfect example is like the best line in the whole bit, and I think we talked about it already, so we're not going to go over it again. But it was like that people were. I've never seen an audience lose interest so quickly. They brought me on, okay, and the funniest line is he was on this, he was on this, he was on the Tonight Show, he's been on this, and you know what I was on at that point in my career? Antidepressants, okay, and I needed more after that show, right? Like, okay, that's the best line in the joke in the bit. And then there's people who were actually were calling their friends to tell them about they just saw Robin Williams and asking me to keep it down on the stage. That got a laugh.
Yeah, all that is great. You did all that stuff is good. Also, I think I might have mentioned it too when we covered this. Was basically, I don't think like 20-somethings realize what the element of somebody like that being on stage and then being a comedian in that era, in that time, and following a person and knowing what following someone like that, what that is and what that means and meant. Right. They don't know. I mean, I've followed Chris Rock. I follow, I've had experiences like that. And it's just like, they don't know what that is. And I think I think we might have gone down this road. It's like, I'm pretty sure we did, where it's like following somebody at your job. That's like you're a nurse, a technician, and you're following a brain surgeon. It was something like that. We went down that whole road. I know we did.
Yeah. And, well then let's pivot really quick and do one last thing, which if we're cutting this or whatever.
What do you got?
But now I can't remember what it was. I just had it and I'm blanking.
Alzheimer's. We have crazy early Alzheimer's on this show.
It's just
it's early stage Alzheimer's. Like, you have it bad. I have it pretty bad too. Like,
it's really bad. If I don't write the joke down, well, all right. Here's one. I've been saying this, and it's a really good frame. I love the frame of this. I don't necessarily like the joke I'm using, but God, I love this frame. Because I've been talking about the CEO got shot, and I've been saying,
let's do this. This is good.
I don't like the fact that everyone's making jokes. Everyone's making jokes about the CEO that got shot, and I really don't like that. Because I'm a comedian, and that's my job. Okay, that's the joke. Okay, the joke is that I don't like that people are making jokes about this. I don't like that because that's my job. Every time you guys throw a one-liner about some tragic event or post a meme on Facebook, you're taking food out of the mouths of a professional comedian. Okay,
perfect.
All right, that's the joke. That's what I want, and I've done it, and it's good. I just feel like the switch is slightly imprecise. I feel like it's just not. It's not a perfect switcheroo. The first chunk of it, the second line's funny, but I love the first line, and it's a technical thing. Like, it's like, I don't like the fact that everyone is making jokes about the CEO getting killed, because I'm a comedian and that's my job. Okay,
well,
like it has to be.
I think it's a beat where it's like about, because it needs to sound like you're in uproar about the fact that people are making fun of the fact that somebody. But you need the beat is what makes it. Well, because I'm a comedian and I need to be able to do that. That's not
okay. So I think maybe the emotional commitment to the first part has to be like one of genuine fury,
more feeling of like, upset. I can't believe people are just
people saying, you're right. I cannot believe people are making these jokes. This upsets me. I find this offensive. This is a signal. But I feel like it still drags that switch. And I'll tell you why.
But with more emotion, I think you could try. I would think it might work better.
And I think it's wrong, because I'm a comedian and that's my job. I think that the demarcation line between where it switches has to be so clear emotionally, from when I change from outrage to whimsical, like, because I'm a comedian and that is my job. Okay,
you're great at this stuff. Like that's what you do well with.
I just haven't been committing. I think maybe I haven't been doing. I've been. I'm tipping the second half because I'm not committed enough. The first half has to be a completely its own thing of emotional fury. And listen, I think it's outrageous that outrageous is a good word. I think it's outrageous that people doing jokes about this thing, and I don't support it, and I don't like it. And for one simple reason, like I want that clean switch. Like for one simple reason, I'm a comedian, and that is my job. Okay, all right,
I love it.
Okay,
I think that's works.
I can go, all right, I think the emotional switch is the key thing in there, because the verbal switch wasn't exactly, it was kind of dragging. It wasn't people were getting it, but it was like because I think people weren't actually buying the first part of what I was saying. They don't really think I'm against it. It sounds like I'm setting up a joke, So I think it has to be. I really think it's outrageous because, and I'll tell you why. Because I'll tell you why, or one simple reason. I don't like those constructs. I want it to be. I think it's outrageous that people are making jokes about this. People are making jokes about it, and I think that's outrageous. Oh, I like that. And I think that's outrageous because I'm a comedian. That's my job. Or I'm offended by it. And that offends me because I'm a comedian and that's my job. And that really bugs me because I'm a comedian and that's my job. Whatever that line is.
And then we did all the like Madge and Marge and people and like sending, your dumb meme and your thing. And it's just like, just all that stuff we were talking about when I talked to you the other day. So yeah, I think that's
Okay.
yeah, I think that just needs. I mean, you're a good actor. I think that's all that needs is like a little bit of
Yeah,
acting.
what do we say about the Midge and Madge thing? We said something. I remember that. Yeah, well, I think I wrote it down.
Just
But
like they're just like making memes and just getting in on this. It's like it's just.
Oh
it's
yeah,
like,
yeah. You're the sewing circle thing. Yeah. The
yeah.
Got
It's
it.
like all
Yeah, I
these
wrote
like
that down.
everybody thinks they're a comedian and like the thing is this
okay.
what makes me go ahead.
Yeah, everyone's a comedian. Everyone's honing in on my turf. Stay in your lane, people. Okay,
Yeah.
I got enough problems. I got Matt Rife breathing down my neck. I need a good reference for I think Matt Rife is a good one, but like breathing down my neck is a weird kind of thing to say because he's like chasing me because he's already surpassed me. But whatever. But
Rife is a good one because it's like Bill Burr is so respected and stuff. So you don't want somebody that's so respected. You need somebody that's a little bit of a kind of.
But what's the phrase? It's I got Matt Rife breathing down my neck.
Yeah, I don't need blah blah blah. Making a meme that's better than my punchline. Something like that. Like I don't need the girl that works at Costco making the meme that's better than my punchline.
That's funny.
Something like that.
Yeah. I don't need some woman works the counter at although that's kind of elitist, but whatever. Now the checkout girl at Costco, is doing my job. You know what I mean? Something like that.
Because this this is just a real moment, but what makes me angry is like I'll be looking on Facebook and stuff, and I'll be somebody will come up with a nice kind of like pun or punch about something going on that's happening. And I'm like, I would have come up with that. And then now I look like I hacked something off someone's thing. And I'm like, it just, you guys are
right.
It's like I would have it's like a comedian, like our job is to make that mark and hit that line. And you're hitting it before us. It's like, it's almost like this is funny. It's almost like, it's like the streaker or something coming out on the field. Like we're trying to play the game and there's like, the interference or like the guy trying to catch the ball at the World Series. Like it's like that kind of thing where it's just trying to catch the ball. Like let us catch the ball, let us tell the joke, that kind of thing. It's kind of funny.
Yeah. No, that's good.
Yeah. Where it's just like interfering with, like the baseball. I think the baseball thing could be the
reason I love this is because it allows me to then talk about it. And and then I say, I don't want it. Oh, that's it. I don't want to do this joke. I don't want to do jokes like this, but I took an oath. The joke is that I want, as a comedian, it's my professional. I have a professional obligation and responsibility, and I don't like it, and you don't like it. It's like when a murderer comes into the emergency room, and the doctor, it's like a war criminal or something, or comes into the emergency room, and the doctor, doesn't want to operate him, but he took an oath. Okay, that's as a comedian, that's sort of what I have to do. Like, so somebody brings in a joke about a murderer, I have to do it, or a murder takes place, I have to joke about it. I want the joke to be. I want the joke to be when a doctor, like a murderer, is wheeled into the emergency room, the doctor may not want to operate on him, but he has an obligation. Just like when a murder takes place, I have to make a joke about it. I want that that's comparison to be clear. Like you have to operate on the murderer, and I have to make a joke about him, right? Like that. You know what I mean? Like that. Something like that.
It might work. I think you'll flesh that out. But I think that's definitely. I like the verbiage of that. I think it's really like a funny thing, because that is true. That is true. It's just like they don't want to do it. It's like a defendant lawyer or whatever. Like it's like all that stuff. Yeah. It's like
it also shields me from criticism because it actually justifies. I love giving myself justification for doing dark material. And then the audience can't. I've already called out their objections. I got to call out the objections and you go,
my job.
Look, I know it's wrong. I don't want it. I don't want to do that. Exactly. But I took an oath. And what's the humor oath? Like a hypocritical oath, a comic? Did I text you? We talked about this. The humor comic oath instead of the hypocritic oath.
The too soon comic oath or something. That's funny. Like the too soon
vow
of too soon or something. I don't know. Too soon is
vow of one-liners, vow of jokes. I took a vow of jokes, right?
Yeah, or
I took a vow of jokes that I have to do this, folks. I'm not happy about it, but so we're going in. Here it is. We're going. So it's like I don't like it, but even if if a fireman goes to the house and there's somebody he doesn't like, he'll run in and save them anyway because that's the life he's chosen. That's the job he's chosen. And I'm a comedian.
Like that.
Something like that.
I like the operating on or defendant,
murder is better.
or like defendant. What is it? How do you phrase that? Defendant a lawyer. That's
the lawyer has to defend a child molester.
Yeah. That.
Yeah. Oh wait, murderer, lawyer, better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
A lawyer has to defend a murderer even if he knows he's guilty. Okay.
There it is.
Okay. I have to do a joke about a murder even if I think it's not funny.
Yeah. Or
not funny, not guilty. What?
Yeah. Or inappropriate, or like not, too sensitive or something. Yeah, I still.
Now
have
you
to
may not. Now he may not. Now that guy may be. He may think whether he's guilty or not guilty, and whether the joke is funny or not funny. I still have to do it. Right. That's kind of funny. Like boom,
absolutely.
Boom. Mike, imaginary mic drop.
Yeah,
that's great. The lawyer thing is great.
Boom, baby. That's how we do it, kids. That's how you do it. Chasing comedy.
Bang.
You know what? We caught comedy today, and that's what it was about. We caught a little comedy. Thanks for listening. So, yay, chasing comedy, everybody. Please follow us. Subscribe. Leave reviews. Tell your friends. Comedians, if you're a young comic and you're not listening and watching this show, you're doing yourself a disservice, because this is what it is. This is what
we need to do a section called "What's Your Process," where we bring on comedians and tell them what your process is.
I don't want to have anything to do with booking comedians ever again in my life, but I'll let you do that.
And scene. Okay. Yeah.
You could do that. You could book the guests because I do not want to email comedians ever again. That's why it's just me and you. I just have nothing.
I'm still glowing over the lawyer thing.
Hey, it's great. You got a bit.
I'm serious.
I love it.
I knew there was another one. I knew there was one I was missing, and I was going, well, there's got to be another scenario. There's got to be one that's similar. The fireman? No, that's not the one. And you nailed it. It's like, the lawyer.
Yeah, the lawyer.
Defending the murderer. That's so much better than the doctor.
Yeah.
I'm just overwhelmed.
I love it. I love it. Chasing comedy. All right, everybody. Woo. Bye-bye.
Well, folks, that's our show. It's time for us to go. Make sure to follow us, give us a like, drop us a comment, and always subscribe. We're at Chasing Comedy on all the socials. We hope you had a gas, had some laughs, and maybe you learned something too. Until next time, we're Brian and Dustin, and we're chasing comedy.